Howdy folks, I'm going to do this video on alternator replacement on a 2004 Cavalier with the 2.2 Ecotech engine. And your first step would be to disconnect your battery after you've diagnosed that your alternator is no good, obviously. But before you even begin, you want to consider having the vehicle up on something, maybe on ramps, or have a jack to lift up the motor a bit, because you will have to access the bottom bolt on the alternator, which is a little tricky. So you have to go from underneath to access that one bolt. Other than that, it's pretty straightforward. You take off your air ducts for your motor that runs your manifold and all your sensors. There's one connection here, and there's one little sensor right there you unplug, and a hose there. And underneath here, if you can see, there's a hose clamp, so you'll have to run a screwdriver through this hole underneath the throttle cable, and just to disconnect it to do it. So you get that out of your way, okay? And there might be a plate on over top here, a little tiny plastic plate which just pops off. And so now you disconnect, you get a little catch pan for your coolant, because there'll be a little bit of coolant you missed, and disconnect your top hose or your radiator hose, and move your dipstick bracket out of the way because it's bolted here with one little bolt. And you can also see it needs to be disconnected there, just so it can move out of the way so you can get at the alternator bolts. So now once this stuff is out of the way, you want to put your ratchet right directly on your self-tightener for your serpentine belt, and this will be, you will lift up like this to release the tension on your belt, and you will pop off the belt off the alternator. Then you will take the 3 bolts out of your alternator to get it off and have your other alternator ready. So anyways, I priced out a new one, and they were like $250 for a premium one, like $340. So the car is not worth $5 in my opinion. So I went with a used one, and I made sure to ask about the warranty, and they said a 30-day warranty, so I'll take the chance on the 50 and get a bit of miles out of it, and if I have to replace it again, so be it. Better than dropping, $350 on an alternator for a $400 car. But right on. So hopefully, if you have any questions or need any help, give me a shout. I'm sure to give you a hand. And right on. You have a good day. Check out my website, www.ratsleds.com, and the installation is opposite, so it does come out through the top. If anybody wonders, that's how it comes through the top, but you do have to take the one bolt out from underneath. So what I done is I just basically, it was so tight underneath here, I put a jack underneath the motor and just jacked it up so I could get my arm up there so I could undo that one 13mm bolt at the bottom of the alternator. So, but if I was smart, I would have drove it up on ramps or some boards or something just to bring it up, so I didn't have to do that first. So what you need is an 8mm, 13mm socket or wrench, flathead screwdriver, a good pair of pliers to pinch the hose, the radiator hose clamps. Like, they're just clamps, you pinch them so you can take them off. And it might be a good idea to really warm up the motor a little bit before you decide to do that. Other than that, it's pretty straightforward. It's not that bad. Take care.